So black, 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 I'm black. My skin is so black, I'm rocking all black. Everything is black. Rims on this black, wheels on this black whip with this black.
Hey besties, welcome to another video. If you're new here, I'm your girl Barbie Dior. I hope it's not showing dark. Y'all, I'm playing with these lights and I'm trying to get in. I had on all the lights and I was yellow, so I turned off all the lights and I'm hoping that I am showing up. If anything, we're gonna play till we get it right. I got a ring light and baby, I lost the remote, so baby. We're playing with to see what's gonna come through, and I hope that y'all can see it. I can really, okay, I like this right. Oh, I just need to have slide over a little bit, okay. But anyway, welcome. We're gonna do something new tonight. We're starting a new series called Let's Talk About It. Now, I do have a series called Let's Talk or something, and that was so I can give advice to both the men and women. But Let's Talk About It is just gonna be like news with Barbie. So different things that go on, catchy headlines, different surgeon lines. It's gonna be my coverage of what happened. Now, basically like viral things or different things that I'm just gonna bring to y'all attention that I thought was interesting. So recently, you know, we had discovered, or not discovered, Lord, not discovered, but Juneteenth just passed, okay? Now, if you're new to the channel and you have no idea what that is, this video, if you watch to the end, you will be well educated, okay? But there was an incident that happened in Wilson, North Carolina at a gas station. Well, it's not a gas station. I call it a gas station. Look at me getting the news wrong. At an auto care, and it's called Synergy. They basically went viral because of some racist remarks against the holiday. Okay, so when I saw the video, I just like, okay, all right, cool. Let's talk about it. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead, drop me some hearts in the comments, and let's get into it. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over what Juneteenth is, and then after I do that, I'm gonna play a couple of videos. Some of them are gonna be reaction videos to what happened, other people reacting to it, and then at the end of each of these segments that I do, I will just give my reaction, my words, how I feel after I watch the video. So let's get into it. What is Juneteenth? Okay, Juneteenth is a blend of June and 19th. Okay. It's a federal holiday in the United States that, and if you see me looking down, I got my handy dandy notes, okay? It's a federal holiday in the United States that corroborates the end of slavery. It marks June 19, 1865 as the day when the Union General Gordon Grant arrived in Texas and announced that enslaved African Americans were free. 2.5 years after President Lincoln had a delay. Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation on January the 1st, 1863, but it did not instantly free all the slaves because they didn't have the internet and all that stuff. They had to do things by horseback. People had to go send letters, different stuff like that. So these people didn't know. They had no idea they were free, y'all. The news did not reach many in the deep South, especially Texas, due to distance and lack of enforcement. Texas was the most remote slave state, and there were very few Union troops to enforce the order until the war ended in April 1865. How is Juneteenth celebrated? Traditions today, people celebrate Juneteenth with cookouts, barbecues, picnics, family gatherings, and parades, church services and prayer, education about African American history and culture, music, dancing, poetry reading, and the arts, and wearing red, a symbol of the color of resilience and remembrance. Okay, what the Juneteenth means today. Juneteenth is not just about the past. It is also a day to reflect on Black resilience, culture, and freedom. Educate about symbolic injustice and the legacy of slavery. Celebrate progress while also advocating for true equality. Recognizing how Black joy and culture continues to shape the nation. When did it become a federal holiday? Although Juneteenth had been celebrated for over 150 years, it officially became a federal holiday on June 17, 2021, when President Joe Biden signed it into law. Okay? So shout out to Mr. Biden. So that is my spiel on Juneteenth. Now, we're going to proceed and let y'all watch some videos, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to give you my spiel on, what happened in the auto care. Okay, so y'all just come on out and come on back, watch it, get educated. There's gonna be a woman talking about that. I really think she does a very good job giving you the history. I think it's like a 6-minute video, and she does a very good job where she actually goes in detail, more in detail, and can talk very well too. Thank you, my Caucasian sister, for helping me on this video. Didn't even know you were helping me. But I really feel like she really is passionate about what she's talking about. And I think it's a great education. I hope that many people will watch this video so you can learn something. Some people just come to my page for entertainment, story times. But these Let's Talk With Me, these surgeon lines and these videos is going to be about what's going on. It's always not going to be negative. It's going to be some positive things, some heartfelt things, some touching things. But I'm probably going to try to have like 2 a week of these. Or if nothing is going on that I feel interested, the goal will be 2. But if we could just get at least 1 a week so we can get to talking. I want to hear y'all opinions. Please share in the comments. How do you feel? How did the video make you feel? What did you learn from it? Did you learn anything from this video? Do you like this type of videos? Was it education? Anything? Comment, y'all. Let me know what's going on, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all watch these videos.
We're stopped this morning. Oh, then we're good.
Yeah, the first when I went to the thing, I got it.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do you already. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we're well over 1, 2, we're still stacked. Why are the banks closed tomorrow? Juneteenth. New holiday they did 2 years ago. Okie dokie then.
I know, right? My fucking truck. Pull my truck around. Please. Pull my truck around. And give me my keys to my truck. I don't want this to them. Please go get my truck. Thank you. Is it this one right here? Yes, no, it's a Berkeley problem. What's that?
Hey, Matt, we said Juneteenth was the holiday tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not like,
We got mad about it.
here, he was like,
Yeah, some other banks were closed for Juneteenth.
I don't even know what is Juneteenth.
Exactly, nobody really knows, but I think it's something to do with reparations or something.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, do we got some Juneteenth tea for you today, okay? Ain't nothing to but to get into it, so let's go. All right, y'all, so if y'all don't know who these 4 people are, neither do I. And they're irrelevant and ignorant if you ask me, and I'm gonna tell you why. As you guys know, this is Juneteenth, okay, today, as well as a national holiday to where banks and stuff are closed today because it is a holiday, okay? It's been a holiday. These 4 people behind me work at this place called Synergy Auto Care, okay? So here's the quick story, synopsis, and I'm gonna play the video for you guys so you guys can make your own opinions about the situation. So pretty much yesterday, these people, right, decided to go on the Synergy Auto Care page and post this. So today's wow moment. We have multiple customers in our waiting room while their vehicles are being serviced, and we were checking our till to see if we needed any extra change because the banks will be closed for Juneteenth holiday tomorrow. A customer overheard us say the banks were closed and asked us why they were closed. Our manager responded with the Juneteenth is a federal holiday they added a few years ago. The customer said okie dokie, and our greeter said, I know, right? Just a generic response. No faster than she finished speaking did another customer stand up and said, give me my effing truck, pull my effing truck around, give me my keys, I don't want nothing done here. caught everyone completely off guard. I followed the customer outside to ask her what had happened since it was all so fast. She told me she was going live with this and that we were racist. I said, ma'am, I was right there and nobody said or did anything out of the way towards you or anyone else inside. She told me that we all laughed at her and were chuckling and mocking the holiday, and that I didn't know how that made her feel because she was black. She said, I'm still going live with this. I told her if that's the case, I was going to go ahead and post the CCTV footage so we are not unfairly judged off of one side of an event. I generally don't entertain these kinds of things, but when you bend over backwards for all your customers, no matter who they are, it stings to be accused of hateful things. I'm attaching the video so anyone stumbles upon a hate post or a video with Synergy Auto Care at the focus, you'll have seen the actual interaction for yourself. Baby, when I tell you they attached this video to the statement that I just read y'all, and baby, that backfired. I'm trying to tell you, okay? They effed around and found out because not too long after, they deleted the video and the statement, and now the whole internet is on they ass. You understand me? Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, there is hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of bad review after bad review after bad review after bad review. And baby, even on Facebook before they deleted it, it was going crazy, okay? The comment section was going in on him like, what? Like, you posted this thinking that this shit was cool. I'm about to play y'all the video and you guys tell me what y'all think. But me personally, I feel the girl that left, because what? Y'all ain't about to kiki and mock Juneteenth as if it ain't a national holiday for a reason. But all right, we're back for a part 2. Okay, ain't nothing to but to get into it, so let's go. All right, so I have seen a lot of comments. There's a lot of comments in my previous post that's attached to this comment up here. Listen, she did curse, okay? She said one curse word. She said, give me my effing truck. And I would too. I would have done more than curse. I'm just saying. I would have done more than curse. But she was very, 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 very polite considering the circumstances. She said, give me my effing truck. Please and thank you. Okay, they wouldn't have got a please, a plus, out of me. You hear me? Now I'm trying to see if there's any updates in regards to Synergy. From what I'm seeing is they're closed down today, which is ironic. They're deleting thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of comments under their review section. It went from 10,000 to now it's 3,900. So while I was on Facebook, I did deep dive and was trying to find more information, or in addition to, in regards to the situation at Synergy, but there was nothing but this beautiful lady's page. Her name is Stella Ann. She's very nice. She was speaking up and she was in the comment section of the video before it got deleted. And I'm gonna post the screenshots of what was being said, and you guys can post your comments and your thoughts and everything like that afterwards. But yeah, he basically was double downing on how he felt before he deleted the video. Okay, he was getting so much backlash that he was even deleting comments in the video and got called out about it. But you know, we ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna just let y'all read and y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Okay, make sure you guys follow, like, comment down below, and I'll keep you guys posted and update on any trending topic on TikTok as well as on my platforms. And yeah, y'all, let's get into it. I really wish that I could find the lady that was in the video and reach out to her and let her know that everybody on TikTok, Facebook, from what I've seen, has her back, okay? And she's not alone, and we here grinding for you. You feel me? Juneteenth style, you dig? That lady handled that shit way better than what I would have. I'm just letting you know that now. You are a better woman than I am, ma'am. And I commend you on that. And I hope that you got your car fixed and situated and everything like that. And don't let them people get you down, because listen, we got your back. Happy Juneteenth!
This video is for the employees of Synergy Auto in Wilson, North Carolina, but please feel free to stick around because this can benefit a lot of people. So after watching the video clip that you guys had posted, thinking that it would justify the comments that you had made and trying to blame her for being an angry black woman when she was very calm and demure and just simply requested her keys and took her business elsewhere, I am here to let you know that something that I have learned from the Black people in my life, as well as Black people on TikTok who do a fabulous job of educating others, is that it is not Black people's responsibility to educate you on everything, especially when it has to deal with the tragic histories and atrocities that have happened to Black people through generations, their ancestors, themselves, everything. It is your job as a white person to educate yourself so that you do not sound ignorant like you did in that video clip. So now here I am as one white person to another to do this workload for you and educate you on what is Juneteenth. Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, declaring that all enslaved people were now free. Because of the lack of communication and not having too many Union soldiers and allies in the state of Texas, people did not spread the word, and there were over 250,000 enslaved people who still did not know 2 years later, in the year 1865, when the Union General Gordon Granger showed up with some Union troops to declare the Emancipation Proclamation and notified all of these enslaved people that they were no longer enslaved. This was, yes, 2 years after he had signed this. So these people were still surviving, not living, in slavery for 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. This happened on June 19th in 1865, which is why Juneteenth is always on June 19th. Believe it or not, Texas was actually the first state many years before the entire country to acknowledge Juneteenth as a holiday because they recognized the significance in Black American history. The holiday did not become a national holiday until the year 2021. So think about that for a second. 1865 to 2021. It was not a recognized national holiday. And as one of the guys joked, I think it has something to do with reparations. It is not reparations because, of course, this celebration was had by Black people since 1866. This was not a white person's holiday. Can white people participate? Absolutely. Should white people have their own Juneteenth without Black people involved? No. Some more significance to Juneteenth is where it is tied to the acknowledgement of how difficult it was, because basically what they did was they said, yep, you're free, but did not help support them in any way, shape, or form. And 99% of enslaved people were not allowed to have an education. So they were freed, but then they were not supported. They were not given education. They were not taught how to do anything. They were not given money to do anything. Mind you, these people had worked their entire lives for free. They did not have a dime to their name and had to somehow figure out how to survive not being enslaved. After Juneteenth, there was nearly 4 million enslaved people who now needed to get an education in order to survive in society, which is also something that allows us to acknowledge the fact that they needed to create higher education institutions specifically for Black Americans. So that is why between 1861 and 1900, over 90 higher education institutions were created for Black people. That is why we have those institutions. People have created these different fallacies in their mind about why we have those institutions and that is somehow reverse racism, but in reality it's not. It's because Black people were not allowed into higher education institutions with the white counterparts because they had no money. They had no resources, they had no support. There were people who didn't have their family with them anymore because they had been shipped off and sold all across the nation. So that was another piece that people were trying to figure out as well during this time. So you could say that Juneteenth is kind of a piece of reparations because it is allowing us to acknowledge the atrocities that Black Americans have suffered at the hands of white people for centuries. The least that we can do as white people is understand the atrocities that these people went through, that the ancestors went through, that it's still affecting people to this day, and the systems that we currently have set up that still amplify these atrocities and work on becoming better. We, as white people, need to become better. We need to do better. And we need to recognize and acknowledge the suffering that these people experienced and understand that it does not always have to be about us. That is one of the hardest things for people to understand because they are so egocentric, is that you don't realize how focused you are on yourself, that you are not acknowledging the suffering of others. So employees and that one lady in Synergy Auto in Wilson, North Carolina, I hope that you guys learned something from this video and also learned that you need to watch what you say and make sure that you're not ignorant about things. Hope this helps.
I'm up. Okay, y'all can stop tagging me. I'm here, okay? We're gonna enjoy this morning glow and we're gonna talk about the tea, okay? Ain't nothing to it but to get into it, so let's go. Yes, I did see the news. We're gonna watch it and we're gonna talk about it. Come on.
Wilson car shop owner this evening is apologizing after one of his employees' comments about Juneteenth has sparked backlash. The incident was also caught on camera. It led to one customer walking out and demanding her car back. WRAL's Flynn Snyder talked with the shop owner about what happened.
It started Wednesday when a customer in the waiting area at Synergy Auto Care asks,
Why are the banks closed?
an employee behind the desk replies,
Juneteenth. Holiday they did.
leading to this comment from the customer. That's when another employee says,
I know, right?
Immediately, a black woman sitting in the waiting area starts to walk out, appearing upset over the exchange.
Pull my truck around, please. Pull my truck around and give me my keys and my truck.
Seconds after the customer leaves, a third customer in the waiting area asks,
Exactly. Nobody really knows, but I think it's something to do with reparations.
Once word spread about the incident, the shop's owner, Josh Doherty, posted the footage online to explain what happened. He quickly removed the post and his business's Facebook page after receiving fierce backlash. What did your staff member mean by "I know right" in response to that customer?
She was thinking the holiday had a whole nother meaning. She was believing it had to do something with the school letting out teenagers where the teeth came from it.
WRAL made several attempts to contact the woman seen walking out in the video, which has now been shared widely on social media. Her relatives told us she was unavailable for an interview. Several accounts have voiced support for the woman. "Thank you for standing up for us at that shop, love," said one commenter. "You did the right thing," said another. The shop owner says he's since taken steps to educate the employee and the rest of his staff about Juneteenth, a holiday which became a federal observance in June 2021, commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S.
She doesn't really have a platform to say how much she apologizes for it and she wishes it never happened, but she tells me every day that, she wishes it didn't go down that way and she didn't know and she wishes she would have known what she knew now.
Doherty says he has reached out to the woman in the video to apologize.
And this, my friend, is the result of fucking around and finding out, okay? Now, one thing I want to say, or a couple of things I want to say, not just one thing. We're not just going to put all the blame on I Know Right Girl. We're not going to put all the blame on her because we also were upset about the response in which saying exactly no one knows what the holiday is. It's just a holiday made for reparations. That's also something that we did not like. The news did not cover that part. There was no explanation for that response, but lack of education, lack of empathy, insensitivity, all of the above. But we're not just going to put all the blame on Shorty, okay? That was confused. We're also going to put blame on the person that decided to double down and continue to talk while she walked out the store. So, yeah. another part that got me was this.
What did your staff member mean by "I know right" in response to that customer?
She was thinking the holiday had a whole nother meaning. She was believing it had to do something with the school letting out teenagers where the teeth came from.
School's been out in your area since June 5th. So that excuse of her thinking that it's about teenagers being let out of school, I just find it funny that the tone in which you're speaking in the interview and the way that you're now empathizing about the situation and everything is totally different from the person, because you're the person that wrote this. You're the person that also posted the video. I don't understand why there's a flippant energy when discussing the situation. You were also the person that was still doubling down in the comment section of your Facebook post before you deleted it after you fucked around and found out. And I'm just so confused on the shift change, energy change, but you know, we knew what was going to happen. We knew this fake apology was going to happen, and no, we're not going for it. We're not going for it. You should have educated yourself in the moment when you were talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all keep kidding about it as if it was a small holiday just made up just because, you know, but yeah, you fucked around and found out. I'm going to enjoy my day. Y'all tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you guys follow, like, and comment down below. And yeah, well, I'll keep you guys posted on any trending topic on this page or on any other page. And have the day y'all deserve.
So now that you watch the videos, how do you feel? Okay, drop it in the comments. Now, what I observed from watching the videos is that the video about, you know, the auto care, watching that video, what I did observe is that, you know, it was an open conversation. And business wise, when you're having conversations in the open, you got to always, they'll tell you in the business world, you always have to be watchful for that third party, okay? Because everybody in the room can have an agenda, could feel, okay, everybody was kind of ingredients, you know, what is this holiday? You know, woo, making fun of it. But it's always, you got to watch out for everybody when you're in business, okay? And then if you don't know about something, it's not to be jokes to be made. Jokes should not be made about something, and you should not just make these big guesses, especially when things are, when you're in business about stuff that you don't know nothing about. Clearly the other people's like, I don't know what that is. This is some like it was a fabricated holiday made up for the blacks, you know, when this is in law, this is in history, this is, you know, this has been signed upon, you know, and I think that it's very important, even if you don't like the race or maybe you don't agree with the race, you respect it, okay? It's just like 4th of July. Nobody hates on 4th of July because we went through slavery. I don't, you know. Nobody hates on different holidays. You just celebrate it or you don't. And I just feel like it was very rude of them to have this open conversation and they kind of joke about it. And I really like that she acted the way she acted. Yes, she did say one cussing word. She did once say cussing word. She said, go get my fucking car. Of course, she was upset. That's a normal response. But she even said, you know, she was very, to me, other than that fucking, you know, that one cursing word, she was really very polite, because anybody else would be acting a fool, and then it will be viral that she was the angry black woman, the typical angry black woman. I think that she handled herself well, even though you can tell that she was very upset. Now, one thing that I did not like is that after the situation, we learned that they posted a statement that they later erased. If you're going to post a statement about an event, make sure you're telling the truth. And then you're going to attach a video, you know, this video that came out, and your statement and the video did not match. It did not correlate very well, okay? You're saying this woman just got upset. She went off, woo. You don't know why. You forgot the whole conversation, but maybe because this is the normal for you to be disrespectful, you didn't understand that y'all were being disrespectful. That's like if I came in a room and I'm having an open discussion with a group of black people talking about how I don't like white people or something like that, and I will never say that because my children and me, we're all mixed in some kind of way. I'm mixed with two things, yeah, and black American. My son, he's mixed with 3 things: Indian, black, and white. My other son, black and Indian. Okay? We're mixed in this house. Okay? There's no hatred of any race. It might be some confusion sometimes, a lack of knowledge, but if we need to, we're willing to go do that research. Google works all day. You got GPT chat. You got all types of things that you can just click in. You got Alexa. You got different devices. If you don't know, you can do the research now. There is no excuse. There's a library down every street. Every community has a library. But certain conversations should not have been had. This was a no-no. And for you to write a statement and say that your manager answered what it was, that's what it should be. It shouldn't be no smirks. It shouldn't be no, it should be, yeah. And you in agreements with this person that's talking. It shouldn't be nothing like that. And the reason, if you did not understand it, I think you get it very well with this being viral. It was wrong, okay? It was pure T wrong. Did it upset me? No. Because I feel like people like this is all around us. And when you work in the corporate world, you see this type of stuff. You walk up on conversations like this sometimes. And you know what you do? You calmly correct people and you keep it moving. Just like she did. Give me my truck, to get the truck and leave. That's what you do. Now, I don't know what's the conversation. Did they assume or did they really have a conversation? Because the camera didn't show that. But regardless of the fact is, I think that it was trying to do damage control with the statement that they end up erasing, and then they took the video down. But the one thing about the internet, once something go out there, it's out there forever. Unless you pay big bucks, it don't go away. So let's do it right the first time, okay? If you're gonna be in business, you're gonna work with all different races. So whatever issues that you had going on, whether you was raised to hate a certain group of people, which to me, if I would talk about races for, give me like 2 minutes to talk about race, I think it's the silliest thing to be racist. Because really, to be honest, if we dig all the way back, if you think Master was not dipping and dodging with the little pretty things that will walk around with curls, coat-shaped bottles, looking good, smelling good, walk around. If you think that Master won't dipping and dodging, how you think we got mulatto kids? Huh? The very one that you hate so much, if you look down your long ancestors, if you look and they test you, I guarantee you got a percentage in it. And not that's for anybody. I guarantee you. Some of them are going to be larger amount. You go get yourself tested, you'll be surprised. The very thing you hate probably is growing inside you. I feel like it's crazy. You can learn so much. Now, one thing I will say is idiots in every color. Okay, every color and creed. But I feel like in 2025, we need to put our differences aside, get to learn each other, and realize that we are more alike than anything. Now, some people, you might look at them and like, ain't no way that man right there is like me. You'll be surprised if you have real conversation. You'll be surprised how intelligent our people is. You'll be surprised. No, I ain't gonna say no surprise. Y'all know we'll tell. We made everything. We made everything. A lot of y'all just took credit. But I just feel like this. We are too far in history for you to still be centered on hate. Work today to work on that. Because you can change. Yeah, you can be brought up like that. That could be instilled in you. But you can make the decision today to change. And if you're going to be in business, you're going to have all types of customers. Black, blue, yellow, green. You're going to have every type of customer. I guarantee you, if a millionaire come in there and he was brown, you'll know how to talk. It wouldn't be no conversation. You probably told him hush. But I'm glad that this everything is going to come. They always say that everything comes to light. And I feel like it was a lot going on. And something, whether it was somebody, anything, something needed to come to light. So you could understand that you were wrong. And now, instead of closing your doors, because the last time I checked, you close your doors because you're getting frequent calls, you're getting all these reviews, people sending you different things, people are appearing up in Wilson, North Carolina, and I just feel like right now you're temporarily closed, but before you open up, what I would like to see you do, for the community is generally apologized. Now, some people gonna still be mad at you. Some people, they're gonna be just mad at you. Your business is gonna suffer because of this, because I guarantee you that a lot of us were coming in there, okay? And now you done rub the wrong type of way. And they're gonna take their money elsewhere. So now your children and your family are gonna have to laugh because of the lack of compassion, empathy for another race. And let it soak in. And I just feel like if you're gonna be in business, sometimes you're gonna have to let the past be the past. You ain't got to go home with us, but you do have to respect us. And the same with us. We have to respect. When I go out, I don't go out and say, oh, this person don't look like me. They don't have my skin complexion. When I get the opportunity, we gonna disrespect. And maybe that was not the goal, but that's what happened. And when you're wrong, you have to make it right. If you're gonna continue to be in business, you know how you wrote that statement? Y'all need to record a video the same way y'all release a video, and also write a statement. And that's how you kind of save face and possibly save your business. Now, your business gonna be hurt for a while, but the good thing about it is people get over and move on. Now, have you stopped yourself from some business? Yes, you have. But listen here. June 16th is I keep calling it 16th. Well, it is then 19th. This holiday is very, very important. It reflects on the freedom of our people, of all the things that we went through, and it's very, very important. You might don't care because your people did not go through this stuff. You could care less because you might feel we deserve that. But I saw a video, and I can't remember who was the creator. But imagine you going somewhere right now. Imagine you being on vacation, and some people decided, this is what this young man said, decided to come and take you and your family, make you work for free, and if you don't work for free, take you away from everything you love, make you work for free. And if you didn't work, they beat you to death. And if they won't beating you, whenever they want, there was rape, apes. I don't know if you can say that up. Different things, all types of things. They didn't have no choice. They didn't have no choice because somebody in the history decided that one race was better than the other. I don't know who decided, but somebody decided that one race was better than the other. I don't know who you believe in, but God don't see race. He sees heart. And I feel like all of us should work in that. We should look at people and give them a chance to reflect who they are and decide whether we're going to deal with them, how we're going to treat. But you should just start off with treat everybody like they're your sister, brother, mother, cousin. Because you don't know why this person was placed in your life. But just think about that. Let's put the setting in. You and your family. Let's say you and your family, and it is 10 family members. Y'all decide to go to the beach. Y'all having a good time. The kids are splashing in water. Everything is going good. Y'all cooking out on the beach. Some of your family members are playing volleyball. And then imagine a group of people come and take your whole family, separate them, and you don't never see some of your family members again. Take you, beat you, halfway star you, and you don't got no choice on it. And if you don't do what they say, you get beat, or you watch your family members or your children get beat. Some because they just got tired of the treatment, ran. They watched their fathers, mothers, grandmas, everybody get killed. When they show slavery movies, they can't show you the degree of hurt and pain that our people have went through. They can't show you that type of stuff. It's too graphic, the things. But there's pictures out there online. Just look up of the whelps and different things that they got from just being, because I was born this color, this is how I'm treated. So on that very day, when you hear this month come around again, try to celebrate with us silently. And if you don't agree with this, keep your mouth closed. If you don't like this holiday, just keep your mouth closed. I give you a perfect example, and I'm gonna go on about my business. I'm a Christian. I love the Lord with all my heart. Okay? I recently came back to the Lord and gave my life to the Lord. And baby, that don't make me perfect. Okay? I don't get it right every day. I don't celebrate Halloween. But I don't make jokes about Halloween. I don't pick on people that dress up in costumes. I don't do that. I think last Halloween I tried to dress my baby up in the a lion suit, and he won't going for it. He won't going for it. I just don't celebrate it. I believe in, I think that witches and goblins and different things out like that, I think that stuff is demonic. But I don't voice my opinion. I don't backlash on people. I don't pick or degrade people because they decide to pick a holiday to celebrate. I watch in silence and I keep it moving because I don't participate. And if you don't participate in something, certain things should be quietly killed. Okay? I hope that y'all have learned from this situation and that you will do better and you will grow better and become better people. And love to learn everybody. Yeah, love to learn everybody. Or learn to love. That's what I'm trying to say. Look, I'm jacking this up. Learn to love everyone. Because the very person you hate might be the very person you need. Anyway, I know this has been different for y'all guys because usually my stuff is funny or it's light. But y'all, this is a very serious it's a very serious conversation. And racism is the worst thing ever. To hate somebody because they were born a color is crazy work to me. To hate somebody you don't even know just because they were born a certain is crazy work for me. But hey, you do what you think is best. I say you should love everybody, okay? And give everybody at least a chance. Anyway, love you so much for click and play. I hope that tonight you learned something. I'm gonna get better on my reactions because I feel like I was all over the place with reaction because I feel like this is a very juicy topic. But I feel like in business, if anything, you should know the customer is always right. And my thing is, when you're doing business, you got to think about everybody. You can't just think about, you can't bring, like, a lot of times you can't bring your beliefs and all this stuff to work. It's business, okay? Certain things you just can't. Politics, you don't need to talk about that at work. Religion, I don't think that's safe to talk about at work. Now, given the opportunity, yeah, you can talk about your religion, but that door has to be open. Certain, I guess, holidays now, if you don't have anything positive to say, it should never been discussed. Once the young man, lady, whoever it was said the banks are gonna be closed and he just said it was a holiday, that was just supposed to be it. Or the manager should have stepped up and said, let's not do that. It's a holiday. And it's a respectable holiday. And left it at that. That's what the manager should have did. And say, hey, it's a holiday. It's celebrated. It is very important. And we're going to leave it at that. Let's change the conversation. If I was the manager, that's exactly what I would have did. It is a national holiday. It was signed in 2021. it was deemed very much important. And if you take some time and really study it, it's a very, 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 very important holiday. Now, you might don't agree with everything, but let's change the conversation. That's what I feel like as a whole, to sum all this thing up, should have happened in Windsor, North Carolina, and anywhere. If you see it, stop it. If you walk up on a conversation or you're involved in a conversation and you feel like somebody might get offended, it's time to stop this conversation and change it to something else. Let's work on being respectful. And when we don't know something about something, let's lock our lips together, right? Because at the end of the day, if the goal is green, then you got to respect white and black. But hey, that's my 2 cents. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I thank you if you watched this far. If you could do me a big, big favor, go ahead and give this video a like. Go ahead, drop me some for June. Let's get some green hearts in the comments, okay? Let's get some green hearts in the comments for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful holiday. I'm so happy that we do have a holiday to celebrate, but really we just celebrating every day. We're happy for the opportunity to be free, to be appreciated, to have the rights that other people have, because I feel like nobody is better than anybody else. Now, it's some people that's better off financially, yes, of course. Is there some people that, you know, got more money, that living a little bit better? Yes, but I just don't feel like nobody is more important than anybody else, because we're all breathing and living in the same air, okay? We all believe if you cut me, you gonna cut me, I cut you. We all gonna bleed the same blood. It just be a different type A, type B. Love to learn. Love to love people, okay? And if you don't know them, get a better understanding. Research. Hang out with a few people. You might be shocked of what you find. I had a young lady. I'm gonna end it on this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out for real. I work with this. I call her a young lady, but she was 88 years old. She was a white woman, and I worked as a PCA. She had never let a black person in her home ever. Okay, she was 88 years old. Okay, and when I first came in there, the first thing I did when I met her, she said, and rolled her eyes. And I'm like, hey, my name is such and such. And she said, and rolled her eyes. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what did I do? So I had to work from her for 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning. So that's all night long I had to work with her. She was an older lady. She lived in her chair because she was scared to go to bed because she had failed before. So she could walk, you know, a little bit, but she needed help with everything around the house. She needed help taking her medication. She needed help with everything. But as our relationship, you know, kind of build every day, she would quiet most of the shift. She would say little things. Sometimes she was smart. Sometimes she said slick things to me. But I came to work every night and I did my job. Whenever I had to work with her, I treated her with respect. I didn't treat her no different. I saw her attitude. I saw how she looked at me. I knew that she did not like me, and that was fine. And I could tell that it was a color thing. But my job was to see the person in the heart inside. Like I talked about how God just sees the heart. I looked at that heart and I saw something else. I saw something else. I saw a lady that did not have the understanding of the knowledge of who I was, and that she judged me on something I had no control of. My skin complexion, who I was, where I was raised, how I did life. We don't pick who we are. We're just who we are. And we grow and develop it based upon our environment. Some people leave their environment and start all over. But she told me one night, after I worked with her for four months, you're nothing like what I thought you would be. And I said, what did that mean? And she started telling me all types of stories. And we stayed up all night and talked. And she was just telling me, you know, I just thought all black people were ignorant. I just thought they couldn't talk well. I didn't even know they were smart. She said, you're so intelligent. You're so thoughtful. You're so sweet. You're so patient with me. You're not ghetto. She literally poured her heart out to me. She said, because being raised up, you're taught all these things. And she was telling me all these terrible things that she was taught about our race. And she was like, I've never been around a black person before. I used to see them out in the, you know, in the community. You can go anywhere and see a black person. But she said, I always just thought these negative things. But being around you, I see that you are extraordinary. And at the time, I had 3 jobs. I was going to school full time. I was raising my son. And she was in awe. How do you do it? How do you do that? I had this book. I was taking a psychology class, and that psychology class was whooping my tail. But I had to read every day I came. If I came that night, you know, in between taking care of her, I would read and review and study for my tests, my exams, and everything. And the whole time she was on the other side. Like, so if we were sitting in front of each other, I had a chair that stood. She had 2 recliners, one where she sat in and I sat in a recliner, and she would watch me. She would have the TV on, but the whole time she won't even watch the TV. But I didn't know this because I had a list of everything that I did. I helped her with this and that and that and this. I helped her to the bathroom, this and that and this. I would just check in with her every 30 minutes. I'll look up, you okay? Do you need anything? Do you want anything? And then I would time myself, give myself 30 minutes, and then I'll go take a bathroom break. Or I would do things like massage her feet. Because I just felt like she talked about aches and pains she had. I would take lotion and I would massage her feet. And I would massage her feet. I would massage her hands. I would massage her shoulders. My favorite thing to do for her was to comb her hair and put it in 2 braids, just like mine. And she would just lay her head back, and you could tell it felt so good to her. And then we would talk all night, and she was in awe of finding somebody like me. And she would just tell me, it is not you or your people that's ignorant, it's us that's ignorant. Because if we really took the time to get to know someone and not go off of what somebody told us, we'll be surprised of what we find. But anyway, I think that you should do just like my friend, my Miss 88, and take the time, learn people for yourself. Don't go off of what you was told and taught. And you'll be surprised how amazing some people that you don't even know, the very ones you hate, how amazing we really are. Anyway, I love you. Bye. I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, besties. Y'all go be great and work on loving yourself and others. Bye, besties.